Okay, sorry about that. We had a little bit of a technical problem there, but I believe we're live now. Let me just check a few things here. Yes, I am seeing the green light here. So we are live. It's Monday night, 6:30, and we're going to talk about natural healing. We're going to talk about do-it-yourself healing. We're going to talk about detoxification and cleaning the body's sewer system, the lymph system, which is the key, in my belief, to all real physical health here. So it's really simple for all the people that are new. Basically it's just about opening up the kidneys, getting the kidneys, filtering the lymphatic system, and cleaning out the acids and toxins. And I had something kind of fun I wanted to share with you guys. I did it a while back, but I have a I have some words for what happens. Okay, so here's what happens. The standard American diet, the diet that we're used to eating is very, very mucus forming. In other words, it's not the food that the body really wants. And I shouldn't even say wants. It's not what the body needs, really. It's not our natural diet. So what happens is the body kind of goes into what's called a inflammatory response to it. In other words, when these foreign proteins come into the body, food that the body does not recognize, then the body hits it with an immune response, which is a mucus forming response. Kind of like when you cut yourself and you get the pus and all that. That's what happens. You get a mucus forming response, and you can actually feel it in your throat after you have dairy. Have some ice cream. You can feel that mucus kind of form in your throat and all that. Well, that's what happens in the body. It starts clogging up the glands, the organs. It gets everywhere, in between the cells, gets inside the cells. I mean, right down to the cellular level, you've got some mucus. So we want to clean that mucus out. Well, how do we do that? We get on a diet that is alkalizing, that cuts through the mucus. And guess what does that? Fruit. And citrus is the king of that. Lemons are really, really great at that. Oranges, things like that, grapefruits. But other fruits really do it too. So we want to get on a high fruit diet. That will start cutting through the mucus. That'll start opening up those glands and tissues back again. Okay, but what happens is that we've been doing this for so long, decades for a lot of us, multiple decades, and even multiple lifetimes. When you have a child, you pass on your genetics to that child right at the point of conception. So this goes back a long ways. So what we want to do is we want to clean those obstructions out. That's where the herbs come in. But I just wanted to, this is kind of fun. I did this a long time ago. I've only been doing these shows about a year, but I think I did this in the beginning. But these are different words for what happens when the body gets clogged with mucus. It starts shutting down and thickening up the lymph fluids. And the lymph fluids, there's about 5 gallons of this stuff in the body. It's bigger than the blood system, 2 or 3 times bigger than the blood system. This is a huge system, very neglected too. But what happens to that lymph is okay, so here's some words of what happens to that lymph when we eat these acid mucus forming foods. And the lymph becomes dense, condensed, congealed, gluey, gummy, glutinous, gelled, sticky, viscous, hardened, stiff, bulletproof, impermeable, impervious, stubborn, unyielding, immovable, solidified, petrified, cemented, brittle, frozen, stuck, tight, unbending, unyielding, murky, gooey, syrupy. I could go on, but you get the idea what this stuff becomes. Now, the lymph system is your main immune system too. So what happens is, let's say you have some bad boys in there. You got some funguses, maybe some candida, maybe you got a virus, maybe you got the HPV in there, some herpes, whatever. The lymph, the immune cells in the lymph system need to be able to get those things to the lymph nodes where they're killed and cleaned and taken out of the body. But it can't do that if it's a thick, gooey, syrupy, gummy, stubborn, impervious, impermeable, blah, blah, blah system. So get in there with some fruit, fruit juices especially. And I got to say high praises for the 44-day juice fast that I did with the Master Fast system. Unbelievable cleaning. And I am back instantly. I'm back on the juice again. I'm not doing the full Master Fast right now, but I am back on the juice. I'm back on the grape juice and lemons. I'm doing a couple, replacing 2 meals a day really, and then having a salad, some fruit, maybe a little warmed up soup. If you keep the temperature under 118, you still have a raw soup. So I can do that during the cold months. But so it's really the juice and then one solid food meal, and that's called the modified master fast. I did do the psyllium pudding. That's a psyllium husk, bentonite clay, and activated charcoal to pull toxins out of the gut, and also Dr. Morse's GI broom to really help with the astringent herbs and other herbs too that actually really deep clean those bowels and pull the acids out of the bowel walls. You see a lot of these bowel cleanses, they basically just go after the solid waste in the bowels. Well, we want to go into the bowel wall. We want to pull the acids and toxins out of those bowel walls because they're really for a lot of us, they're really, really acidic, very damaged, and that of course can lead to IBS, Crohn's, all these names for these fictitious names of diseases for just acidosis. Clogged lymphatic system in the GI tract, in the cells of the GI tract, leading to acid damage, which leads to all kinds of fun things: bowel resections, cancers, all kinds of not so fun things, but you get the picture. So anyways, I'm back on the juice, and I think I'm going to incorporate this as part of my diet because I tell you, I feel so good on it, and it is so super deep cleaning. It's amazing. One of the great side effects of that juice cleanse was that I cleaned so deeply. I believe that I cleaned down into the cells. I made them more permeable to nutrition, to the vitamins, to the sugars, to the fructose, so that the cell functions are just way up on a lot less food. And I'll tell you, when you start reducing your calorie intake, when you start reducing your digestion, with these juices, you're not turning on the digestion. When you start taking that load off the body, you have a ton more energy for other better things, like healing if you're sick, number one. Very, very important to know that. And just more brain power, more physical power, more hours of productivity I've felt from this. So yeah, it was amazing. People still are saying to me, "I can't believe you did that. That was, much respect." Well, it wasn't really that difficult, you guys. Once you get past that first week, it's just full blown ahead. There were some times where I hit some walls, but not too bad. And coming up into the holiday, to the Christmas time and Hanukkah and all that kind of stuff, the temptations will be there. But I had a thought just before we came on live, is that we can, one of the tricks you can do is you can drink a lot of juice. If you're hungry, you say, "Look, I'm going to drink until I'm actually full on the juice." Sip it slowly, by the way. Don't guzzle it, but sip it slowly. But drink until you're satiated. Then you're not as reluctant. You're not as apt to have any cheats. That'll slow you down. So satiate yourself with that juice. And I save my solid meal for the end of the day myself. My salad or the fruit. But that's just the way I do it. So let's jump in because we're here to all help each other heal. A lot of us are healers. A lot of us need healing. So we're here as a group, as a community, as a family. Welcome everybody. And we're just going to jump into it, and we're going to just help everybody with do-it-yourself healing through the art of detoxification. And I just want to say, thank you so much, everybody, for showing up. Showing up is 99% of the whole game. Okay, so we have Hannon Hall. Good evening. Yay. All right, Hannon back. Okay, Jeannie's back. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, everyone. So glad to be here tonight. Glad to have you. We have Evelyn Self. Hello from Nanoose Bay. That sounds like it's in New Zealand. I'm just taking a potshot guess there, but you sound like a new person. Welcome. Yeah, let us know where you're from, Evelyn. We love having people from all over the world show up. It's really, really exciting. Okay, we have Dipin. Hi, I'm losing my hair on my scalp. I'm depressed. Yeah, that can be very depressing. And this. Okay, so this is the thing with the hair loss. Okay, so some of us have the weak genetics where we lose our hair early. I had friends losing it at 18, 19 years old. That's weak genetics. Okay. And then others lose it, a lot slower than that. But really, it's acids up in the scalp. Okay, so the acids, accumulate up in the scalp area, and they'll weaken they'll burn at the hair follicles and the hair will fall out. Now, if you have weaker genetics, it's going to fall out a lot sooner. Okay, but that's not to say that you cannot get up there and stimulate that head area with a couple things. I'll go into that, but you can actually realkalize that scalp and grow some of that hair back without the use of chemicals. Okay, and this has been proven over and over and over again. So what you want to do is two things. You want to detoxify. This is true for all healing, you guys. This is really, really important. All healing involves general detoxification. Okay, that is opening up the kidneys, getting the kidneys to filter again, getting the gunk, the mucus, the sludge, the hardened minerals out of those kidneys so they filter. Okay, bringing up the adrenal glands. The adrenals control the kidneys. The adrenals control many functions in the body. You cannot really heal unless those adrenals are healed, because they make neurotransmitters that run the autonomic nervous system. That means the things that you do without knowing it, like kidney function, like bowel function, like heart function, breath, things like that. Okay, so there's two: kidneys and adrenals and glands. Glands are the generals. They control the whole show. Okay, and then you want to clean the GI tract. Really clean that GI tract. The head sits on top of the GI tract. Head won't clear if the GI tract is dirty, full of lymph, full of toxins and acids. I see a lot of eyes, a lot of people, especially that get over 40, 50, have got a lot of gunk in that head area because of dirty bowels. There's a direct connection between the transverse colon and the head. You want to clean that out. And then we have one more. That's the lymph. We want to use some herbs to actually stimulate lymph flow, because a lot of us are so compromised by so many decades, like I said, of crummy eating, acid mucus forming eating, that we got to help it out for a while with those. So that's a 4-way detox, you guys. All right, so that's a general detox. All right, and then you do a general, and then you can come in specifically to those problem areas. Okay, so with the hair, you want to go after the scalp. So hot and cold showers, that's like an accordion. It'll squeeze and release, squeeze and release, and help stimulate and get lymph flowing so it can be clean and get the acids out of there. You can massage, right? You can stand on your head, as goofy as that sounds. That helps. That gets more flow there. You can take herbs, upper circulation herbs. That'll stimulate the flow of both blood and lymph in those areas. Okay, so general and specific protocols for moving that lymph. Okay, and that's with everything, really. Okay, Dipin is eating persimmon. Love persimmon. Good, excellent. Persimmons are, I believe, they might be one of the sweet fruits, actually. I don't think they're that super detoxifying, not like a citrus or grapes or watermelon. But any fruit is good. But guys, if you really want to heal and you can handle the pulling action of an aggressive fruit, you want to get up into those citruses. I have a video called How to Do a Deep Detox Using Fruit. It explains the different levels of fruit that you can use. Use the highest levels you can. This grape and lemon combination is really, really good because it's a great balance between the energetics and the electricity of grapes and the astringency and pulling power and cleansing and mucus dissolving power of the lemons. It's an awesome combination. And now Gino over at MasterFast has taken us to a whole new level, and he is talking about the plasma fields in the pasteurized juice combined with the raw lemons. And the proof is in the results, you guys. I mean, this is powerful, powerful. They call it Drano. I mean, talk about what it does to the GI tract. It's just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it is so deep cleaning and right down to the cellular level. I was really, really reluctant on the pasteurized juice idea because I'm basically a raw foodist, but I cannot deny the power of this. And Gino emphasizes this a lot. He's had 27 years experience in fasting. So far I'm going with Gino on this one because it is super, super powerful. I am going to do an experiment with raw grape juice and the raw lemons just to see if there's a difference. Okay, so we got Sherwin. All right, hi Mark. What's your take on dried dates? I love dates. Dates are really, really a lot of fructose in them, as you know. They're high energy. They're really great for travel. Dates are not they're not super detoxifying because there's not a lot of astringency. They are a pure sweet fruit. Like we put the dates in that category. We'll put the raisins in that category. We'll put the what else is in the sweet? The bananas are in that category. So these are things that they give you a lot of energy. There's a lot of fiber. Of course, they're very portable. They're really good for flying. And yeah, I love them. They're just I would not rely upon them as a detoxification tool. Okay, they're just there to get you through the day. As far as keeping your energy levels up. But I do like them. I've been eating them along with grapes. Oh, sounds good. Citrus, yeah. Berries, yep. And melons, absolutely. It seems like to me that dates have become my junk food. I feel guilty eating them. Okay, so you're getting into real high levels here. Your body's telling you it's real sweet and you don't really need it. So yeah, listen to your body. I mean, if it's feeling like junk, then try to eliminate it. Unless you're still at that point where you're super hungry. I was just telling someone today that when I first began the master fast, I was drinking a gallon of that grape juice lemon combination. I was drinking so much because I was so hungry that first 5 days or 6 days. And by the end, I was drinking a quart. So as the body shifts, as the cells cleanse, as the cell wall becomes more permeable, as the glands clean, as your adrenals are able to metabolize the sugars quicker. They also metabolize a lot of the minerals quicker too. You're going to need less heavy food. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Listen to the body. So yeah, I don't eat a lot of dates myself because they're heavy. In fact, most solid food feels heavy to me, you guys, and I really don't eat I don't sit down and eat big bowl of fruit, and I don't sit down and eat a big salad. I'm When I say I'm doing the juice, then I'll have a solid food. I'm just munching. I'm just noshing because I can't. It's too much for me. That's where I become after the 44 days. I don't need it. I don't need it. And maybe Gino's right. Maybe I'm punching through to living off more plasma, more becoming more towards the breatharian. I don't know, but I just look at that and it's just way too heavy. So it's better to take those heavier foods and just to have small amounts is what I'm finding out. So anyways, yeah, yeah, listen to your body, you guys, and I wouldn't deny these miracles that are happening. The miracle of not having to eat a lot of food is really something I didn't think I would get to this kind of level so fast. It's really quite amazing, and I think you guys will find that out too as you embark more on these on these type of juice fasts. Okay, Sherwin asks, are the dates acidic or alkaline? They're alkaline, that's for sure. Should I remove them to detox faster? Yes, if you remove the dates, you're gonna detox quicker because you're going to have more room for your more astringent fruits. So yes, yeah. And if you can work up to more of the juice fasting, that grape juice lemon combination is really superb. Like I said, Hannon, I've also been doing the modified master fast. That's the juice, the grape juice lemon with a solid food meal, and have pulled quite a bit of nasties out. Yeah, absolutely. GI Brim, Fab4, Parasite G, and M are a huge help. Okay, so let me explain what that is for people that are maybe new to what we're doing here. Okay, so let's take this bit by bit. So doing the modified fast, like I said, that's a solid meal, fruit or salad with the juice, and then a lot of nasties come out. Mucoid plaque, this black rubbery toxic sludge coming out of your bowels after, for me, day 8 started coming out and kept going all the way to day 44 and beyond. Day 2, day 3, a toxic sludge, I call it the bubbling crude, was coming out, really foul. Worms, I don't want to get too gross, but a caramel-like stringy substance, yeah, nasties. The GI Broom is Dr. Morse's formula for really, really pulling stuff out of the bowel walls. Really amazing. It's got some Cascara sagrada, which is a natural bowel stimulant too to help you move. It's got some psyllium husk in there, which is a really great fiber. And I believe he has some, yeah, he has charcoals in there, which are toxin absorbers. And I believe some clays in there too, which I'll also do that. Now, Gino says besides those being toxin pullers, they're also a plasma field action too. So just so you know. Fab 4 is Dr. Morris's basic kit. Like we talked about, kidney herbs, lymphatic herbs, gland herbs for the glands, and stomach and bowel formulas. Okay. Parasite G is for the big worms and flukes, any worms and flukes. And the Parasite M is for the microparasites, your funguses like Candida. Okay, so Hannon's been on kind of a basic protocol for Dr. Morse detoxification and for doing the Master Fast. The Master Fast just adds the pasteurized juice combination. And also, I don't know, Hannon, if you're doing the extra step that Gino recommends, and that's of course, the dry fasting, which we'll talk about, but also the psyllium pudding, which is a real super massive toxin puller. Amazing. Okay. High Carb. Hi, Mark, Bitsy, and everyone. Happy to be here. All right, High Carb. Yeah, Bitsy's sleeping right now. She was just going crazy right before the show, but I think I wore her out in time for the show. She'll wake up and come and say hi, though. I think she likes to take a nap while I do this. She's very intuitive. I think she knows that I got to get busy and do this for everybody and to back off for a while. So good. Yeah, good to have you here, High Carb. You've been very consistent. I really thank you for that. Evelyn, Nanu's Bay is Vancouver Island. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Wait, yeah, you're getting a lot of rain up there, I hear. I hear that, what's that big ski area up there? Oh, man, it's escaping my mind, but they have so much snow. What's that big area up there in Canada? Anyways, I think it starts with a B. Anyways, it'll come to me. But awesome, yeah. You guys are a lot of good moisture up there, which is great. Okay, Grimes. What is the cause of dandruff? Dandruff is a dry scalp, and what dries the skin? What dries the skin, everybody? You got it. Acids. It's acidosis, just like hair loss. It's the same thing, just a different effect. Acids dehydrate and they dry. Okay? So we just have to realkalize. We got to do it from the inside, though, you guys. Hydration is a cellular, intracellular thing. It's not about drinking a ton of water. That will do nothing. It actually can dehydrate you. Okay? Especially if that water isn't properly structured. And one thing you'll notice when you're doing a lot of fruit and a lot of raw, you don't even drink a lot of water. You don't need it. I don't even drink water. I do it with the teas, and I do a lot of juices, and I do a lot of fruit, obviously, in the salad. So there you go. Okay, how come women don't get the baldness like men? Like I said, it is there's a lot of hereditary things there. And that's just because you have a hereditary, predisposition to certain things doesn't mean it has to happen. There is weakness, but we can reset strength in the body. Okay, it's called epigenetics. You have genetics, which sort of is a program, a programming for cells, and then we have epigenetics, which is the environment. So we have, and a lot of scientists are coming aboard on this. We have a lot more control over our outcomes than the establishment, established powers that be, powers that were, want us to believe. So, So just because your grandfather was bald or grandmother or whatever doesn't mean you have to do that. So we have to work harder, though. We have to work harder, but yeah, we do have a lot more control than the powers that be would like us to believe. So I just always remember that, you guys, that we're the captains. We're the captains of our ship here, in a lot of ways. So okay, so good. But a lot of women do get baldness, yeah, especially as they age, because the acids accumulate in the body. This is what I believe aging is all about. And when I say aging, I mean everybody ages. We all, as Steely Dan said, we all reel in the years, stow away the time. But when we talk about aging, we talk about more suffering, and that doesn't need to happen. That really doesn't. That's an accumulation of acids in the body that don't move out. Okay, so when we can do that, when we can get the flow going back into that lymphatic system, get the cleansing happen, get that deep detoxification, deep alkalization, thinning back out that lymph, getting it nice and fluid and flowing, where everything's working again. The mucus is out of the glands, it's out of the joints, bones, skin, everywhere. It's out. You got to flow back, and then we're feeling great. We're feeling great. And the reason why I got into juicing in the beginning, before I even knew about Dr. Morse, was I looked at the juicers. They were always the most healthy people. Jack LaLanne was amazing. That guy really basically bopped till he dropped. I think he was 96 or something, but he was going like crazy. In the animal world, an animal that I've heard stories like, this lion 2 days ago was running after gazelles and then, just dropped dead of old age, 2 days later. So yeah, we can bop till we drop, basically. Look at Jay Kordich. This guy's amazing too. The juicers were, they had the most vitality, it seemed. So that they were the ones moving the most lymph, alkalizing the most. It's where it's at. We don't need to get the walkers and canes. And oh man, I was just in Walmart the other day. That's like going to a foreign planet. I mean, it is so sad. I wanted to get on I was ready to grab that loudspeaker and tell everybody, get out of here now. I mean, they had a food section, and I looked, and they had two small little areas for the fruits and veggies, aisle after aisle after aisle of frozen and boxed crap. And I'll tell you, the people in there just did not look out. They had a McDonald's in there. I mean, it's so sad, you guys. So sad. And I mean, it's not really about affordability. I mean, there's ways to do this cheap. There really is. I mean, the Master Fast is one way. I was getting from Costco a gallon and a half of the grape juice for $6.50. So, and I was drinking, let's call it 2 quarts a day. So how many quarts is a gallon and a half? That's 6. All right, so 6 quarts. So I was living on a couple bucks a day in grape juice, and then maybe $1 a day in lemons, a little psyllium pudding, and then the herbs. So call it $10 a day. And I know that's not a permanent thing, but you can, bananas are super cheap. You can find really good deals on oranges and things like that. There's ways to do it where it's economical. Okay, so I'm not saying that poverty thinking isn't a factor there. It really is a factor, to be honest with you. But it's not necessarily. I mean, when you look at boxed food, it's actually very, very expensive. And I kind of peeked in people's carts, and these gigantic boxes of like Cheerios, they're $6-7 now. So that's not cheap. So I know the grains are cheap if you're really, really on a tight budget, but those are really, really what puts on the weight and really causes a lot of the mucus in the body. So anyways, okay, let's move on here. I think I was ranting a little bit. Okay, so we have Ramona. Hi, Evelyn. I'm in Hope Wave. So I guess Hope is a town near. Okay, so you guys are neighbors. All right, awesome. Now I'm sure Vancouver Island is in Washington. It's not in Canada. I'm just guessing. I think that's true. Anyways, good. I'm glad you guys connect. Okay, so hello from the UK from Haley Armstrong. I have suffered from depression for years. What else can help me heal without meds, please? Okay. All right. So depression, how is this tied to detoxification? A lot of people ask. Okay. So anyways, just as a disclaimer, guys, I'm going to talk about these names for disease just because they're just descriptions of acid and clogs in the body. That's all. That's the only reason I address them. I don't believe in diseases. I think it's all just stagnations in the body. But anyways, for the sake of conversation, we're going to talk about depression. I would never tell somebody to come off their meds either. That's your decision, not mine. But if it was me, okay. So depression is highly, highly, highly correlated to the thyroid and the parathyroid. That much we know. Okay. So when those glands are clogged with mucus, right, from acidosis, we've got to cleanse those glands out. We've got to get them flushed out. Okay. Calcium is utilized by the parathyroid. It's one of its main functions. Calcium and depression are very much tied together. So you can say, well, I'll just take a bunch of calcium tablets. No, that's not going to work because you're not utilizing that calcium. And when you supplement it, you start to throw off the natural balance of the body. That's why I'm not a big fan of supplementation. I know that a lot of people are really, really clogged up. They're not getting any, very little mineral utilization and very little mineral absorption. So they have to overdose on these things, but if you're going to do that, get some kelp. Kelp is a holistic formula. It's got iodine in it. It's got calcium. It's got minerals in a proper balance. Okay, and a more holistic approach to it. And you can take that. Okay, but detoxification combined with the kelp and some herbs that specifically help that thyroid parathyroid area are really going to help you. Also bringing up the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are very, very important for the production of neurotransmitters which run the nervous system, and also for making chemicals. The chemical production of serotonin and dopamine and these kind of feel-good chemicals are really, really important to keep up. Gut health is tied to the production of serotonin and dopamine and these neurochemicals that are really, really important for our mood, you guys. So again, full body detox, whole detoxification, combined with the specific targeting of especially the adrenals and the thyroid and parathyroid. Now, a lot of times we'll have the master gland down, the pituitary gland, which controls the thyroid and parathyroid and the adrenals as well as all the other glands. That's down. We don't get any progress unless we make sure that one's activated and cleaned out. So that you need a picture of the eyes. You need iridology for that. That will show if that gland is full of mucus. The picture will show that area full of mucus. It could even show some lacuna in that area, which is a sign of a more serious degeneration in that area, which will require more cleansing and more detoxification. But you can get this back. It's really, a lot of times people with depression, with anxieties, inferiority, ADD, all these things, they make miraculous jumps in their healing just by getting off the crap, by getting off all those toxic chemicals in the processed food. They start feeling better so quickly because of that. And when they get through a good bowel cleanse, like with that master fasting, with the GI Brew, with the psyllium pudding, with that grape lemon combination and those herbs, I mean, that really starts resetting that gut flora. Another thing, I don't believe in probiotics. You got to just eat the right food. The body will reset itself in the natural way. You don't need to have a bunch of probiotics, which incidentally have a lot of, they have a lot of these probiotic kits have got a lot of, lactobacillus, which is for dairy. We're not eating dairy anymore. Throw all the dairy out of the house. If you want to recover from this, you got to reset that gut flora in the proper balance. So you're going to start feeling effects pretty darn quick when you start getting rid of the junk. And things like MSG and aspartame and these kinds of things are just really, really hard on those neurochemicals. And they just put you in a funk. And so this will really help you. Okay? So get a hold of me, Haley, and let's get a picture of your eyes, okay? And let's see what's going on up there in the head. And let's take a look at those glands. And we'll write you up some protocols, or just go onto my website and do it yourself. Learn about iridology. Learn about this. And you guys, you can do all this stuff yourself. You can get an iridology camera or use your iPhone. You can learn about herbs. You can learn about detox and do it yourself. That's what I'm trying to do here. I'm only here to offer my services for people who don't have the time. If you have the time, learn this. It's not that difficult. It really isn't. I've got so many lessons on my website. Dr. Morse is a wealth of information. There's a lot of good people out there that give us a lot of information on how to do this if you have the time. If you don't have the time, I'm here to help. There's lots of detox specialists, especially at Dr. Morse's clinic, that are really here to help. Okay, Evelyn's waving back to Ramona from Hope. Okay. Linda. Oh, Linda, hi. Hi, I got your tea today. Yeah, Linda got the Javana tea. I'm doing fresh juices right now. Awesome. I couldn't handle the Master Fast system yet. You rock. Okay, good. Well, you know what? That's okay. Not everybody can just jump right into a juice fast. Like I tell everybody, sometimes just getting people off dairy, grains, and meat causes a healing reaction where they go into, they call it what, the Herxheimer effect. They get the headaches and the neck ache and the body ache and the, just cold and flu-like symptoms just by doing that, just by cutting out the standard American diet food. So you go at your own pace, but you are on the right path, Linda, and do the best you can, and just push it and then pull back when you need to, and it's about you learning. It's almost like learning how to drive. It really is. Just a few years ago, I taught my daughter how to drive, and it's amazing. When she first started, the accelerator pedal and the brake pedal, she hit them hard. She'd accelerate too quickly and brake too hard. But it didn't take very long where she learned the nuances in squeezing those pedals. And it doesn't take long, you guys, to really learn the nuances of this. In the beginning, you're going to hurt yourself because you'll just jump right in and say, oh boy, I'm on this detox, I'm going to hit it hard, and you feel like a champ. But then you might get hit hard. So learn. There's a lot of finesse involved that only you can gauge. So good luck, Linda, and I'm here if you need any kind of advice. But you're doing great, and anybody that's found this healing modality is, I just think we're all so blessed. I really, I had a vision that we're really on the start of something huge here, you guys. Because this is something we can all learn. We don't need to go to medical school. We don't need to have degrees. We just basically get back to simplicity and back to nature, and just realign with the power of nature and these call them divine forces, and it takes care of itself. It's really phenomenal, and then we can become teachers, and teachers are healers in this game. We really are. So we can all become healers of ourselves and others and spread this word. This movement is growing so rapidly. I was just telling a friend today, I started just about a year ago doing these YouTubes, and he was just asking me, how did you do it? I said, I only had 5 people watching, so I could make a ton of mistakes. It really didn't bother me. And now I have over 7,000 subscribers, and we get a lot of people watching these, over 1,000. So 1,500. So it's just, it's growing so rapidly. In a year from now, I don't know where I'm going to be here, but all you guys can start channels, and they'll just start slow, and then it'll expand. But there's a lot of people doing this, and we're expanding this information out, thanks to YouTube, and thanks to the internet, that we can do this, and we can empower each other. So it's wonderful. So we got GoldPro. Hi, Tom and Victoria, Vancouver Island, BC, Canada. Really enjoy these workshops. Wow, we got a lot of people from up in that area. Fantastic. Okay. This is great. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoy this. Good, Tom. Thanks for showing up. We got Manig. Manig, hi. All right, Manik, I'm thinking about going raw until Christmas, starting tomorrow. Good idea. Absolutely, it's a great idea. Like I say, though, if you have a hard time handling it, back off a little bit, but you should be fine. Raw until Christmas is wonderful. Raw's where it's at, you guys, in a lot of ways, except, of course, for the pasteurized juice. But raw's where it's at. Lots of hydration, because cooking dehydrates the food. Cooking can turn foods acidic. Cooking can kill the enzymes, the natural enzymes. It can flip the chemistry of the food. A lot of things that cooking does. So raw is good. Raw fruits as much as you can, you guys. We're a fruitarian species. Your diet is mostly fruit. And that is so provable over and over again, just by the shape of the jaw, the teeth, the digestive system, all that kind of stuff. It's so provable. And it's provable by the way you feel when you eat a lot of raw fruits. That's the proof, really, if you ask me. Man, I defo need a bit of a detox and a good clean out. Yeah, like us all. I'm still doing. I'm gonna do more of this master fast too. I did 44. I'm gonna do another 44, maybe even longer. Maybe in the springtime. Yeah, absolutely in the springtime when it warms up a little bit. But I'm gonna do the modified. Modified is gonna become part of my lifestyle. But I'm gonna do more of this deep cleaning. It's really fantastic. And the dry fasting, you guys, can't say enough about the dry fasting. Again, the dry fasting is just not having anything. No water, no fruit, no juice, no herbs, not even brushing your teeth, no taking showers, nothing. I'm doing 12 again tonight, 12 hours of nothing, maybe 13 or 14, which I do nightly. I just stop consuming anything early, and that's really wonderful. And then once a week, do a 24-hour dry fast, which pretty much anybody can do, and it just shuts down, the digestive system. It really just helps everything rest. And as I always mention, Gabriel Ellis, he's the guy that his parachute didn't fully open. He hit the water at 90 miles an hour. He was paralyzed, and he got it all back, most of it back, and just a miracle story. I think he did 11 days, you guys, of dry fasting. I mean, he was really serious about healing, and he said the real magic came in at day 7. And but that is a Herculean effort. That took him a long time to build up to that level. But he said the real supreme neurological healing was coming in, in the dry fasting in those long periods. But I want to get him on the show. I really do. I'm going to ask him to come on and talk about more about that. How do we get up to those levels? How do we work up to that levels? And and what his experiences were. So great. Yeah, but take dry fasting really seriously, you guys. Dr. Morse says nothing past 36 hours unsupervised. That's his idea. But really do your research. Do your due diligence before you embark on dry fasting, because like Gino says, some people can actually die on it if they don't do it properly. Especially breaking the fast. Really super important on how to break a fast. Okay, so do your research. All right, Gino's got a lot of great information at the Master Fast System board on Facebook. All right, so Mystical Land. All right, I like that. I think you're new here, Mystical Land. I like your handle. You wouldn't happen to know why my temples swell when eating. They swell as soon as I start chewing, which causes a lot of pressure, especially with hard to chew foods. Thank you for taking my question. I'm gonna back engineer this one. I haven't heard this before, but swelling is what? Swelling, you're right. Swelling is inflammation. And what causes inflammation? Inflammation is a response, right? An immune response, okay, to foreign proteins or acids. Okay, so what's happening is that you have acidosis up in the brain is basically what's happening here. Okay, and it's probably you're probably feeling it as you're chewing, because maybe the muscles are sore from the acids in the muscles. That would be one scenario that I could see possible. What kind of foods are hard to chew? Maybe it sounds to me like you might be eating acidic foods. I don't know. So most fruits are not hard to chew, and most tender leafy greens are not hard to chew. And this should be our diet. So you're eating the wrong things. You're eating acid forming, mucus forming foods. Sounds like you got to move some lymph, and you got to get the acids and the mucus out of your head area. That is my first sort of take at what's going on. um, swelling as soon as you start chewing. That would be a really, really quick, immune system response to whatever you're doing. So I'm not buying that. So it's acidosis, plain and simple. Guys, 99% of the answer to these questions is, oh, you got acidosis. You got a stagnant lymph system. You need to move your lymph. This is the universal answer to everything, almost everything. Okay. I mean, it's so simple. It really, truly is. Okay. We've got Kathy Harrison. Does sleeping on your right side help drain your lymphatic system? Sleeping on the right side. There is something about the side to sleep on having to do with the heart. And I think it's sleeping. You don't want to sleep on your left side because of the heart. It has something to do with circulation. Maybe if somebody on the board can help me, this is where the board comes in, the community. I'm trying to get a little clarity on that. I believe I prefer sleeping on my right side. And also, when you're doing an enema, you wanna be on your right side. You want to lay on your right side because of the drainage there in the bowels. So my take would be would be the right side is correct. Yeah, it would be the preferable side. But if anybody on the board can help, I could use your help here. Okay, Grimes, what should I do about hard swollen lymph nodes? Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Here we go. Here's the pat answer. Move your lymph. Get the acids out. Acids cause swelling and inflammation. You got to alkalize those lymph nodes. You got to move your lymph. How do we do that? We got to do a 4-way detox. Okay? We got to open the kidneys. We got to get the adrenals functioning, get the glands functioning. We got to clean the GI tract, and we got to move and pull some lymph. And then what else did I say in the beginning of this podcast? I said we have to always think about general detox and then local detox. So you can actually go after those lymph nodes. You can put castor oil packs on. You can, coat some cloth with some cheesecloth with some castor oil, and then cover it with something so you can put a heating pad on there and drive those oils into those lymph nodes, which will help soften them up. And you can massage them. There's neurolymphatic massages. There's lymphatic massages you can do. I have videos on my channel how to do that. So go after them locally too. And you can just get a stick and go ahead and just stimulate those. Okay? So lots of things you can do, but detox is the number one thing. Dr. Morse has some lymph node formulas that will help also. Okay? So you want to clean those lymph nodes out. The doctors just like to take them out like they're nothing. You need these lymph nodes. This is where the body has a lot of its immune cells, its macrophages that gobble up the cancer cells, and it's got bacteria in there. It's got friendly bacteria that actually alkalizes acids. We love our bacteria, you guys. We're mostly bacteria cells. And then we're given antibiotics like they're candy, which kill our bacteria. Antibiotic means anti-life. We don't want that. So yeah, take care of it the right way. Okay? Jeannie, Banff, Canada. For the skiing. No, it's called Whistler. Whistler Blackcomb. Whistler Blackcomb. Yeah, that was it. I knew I'd catch it. I have skied in Banff though. It's beautiful up there. One of the most gorgeous places I've ever been. I guess it was a stop on the Canadian Pacific Railway. They build these grand hotels along the stops. That's how people used to travel for the planes, and they would actually get on trains and they would go to these grand hotels. This one, the Banff Springs Hotel, is situated right in front of a glacier. It's so beautiful with these towering peaks. It's an old grand hotel, really beautiful. Love it. Yeah, Whistler or Banff. Yes, Sophie. Yeah, thank you. Ramona Lee Bickle. Ramona and Lee Bickle. Yeah, psyllium pudding. Yeah, psyllium husk, bentonite clay, and charcoal is mixed with what kind of liquid? Well, okay, what I do, you guys, is they have the recipe where you actually just take some grape juice and mix it up and let it swell up and make this pudding. I found it too heavy to eat. It actually felt like it was a meal, and I felt it sitting in my stomach. So my workaround, which I just did today, is I take a little bit of juice, a couple ounces of juice, and 1 tablespoon of the pudding mix, the dry mix, and I put it in the juice and stir it up real quick and slam it. Okay? And then I do it again. I repeat that. I do 2 tablespoons of that. That works for me, that amount. You can go up to 4 tablespoons. That's too much. I slam it down, and then I put some more juice on top of that. And I'll let it swell up inside my body. I'm able to get it down real quick and real easy. Okay? So that's it. And it goes down real super easy. It's easy to make. You can find the ingredients anywhere. It's wonderful. And man, is it pulling. It is really amazing. Hannon, yes, been doing psyllium and mini dry fast up to 12 hours. Fantastic, Hannon. That's wonderful. Yeah, do the herbs and the juicing, and you're doing great. Have a solid fruit or salad meal, and you're doing great. You're at a real high level of detox. Marion Isabella, what foods cure acne and what foods promote acne? Okay, so let me tell you about acne. The word acne is really, guess what? you got it. It's acidosis. All right. What happens is that the skin is the third kidney. When the kidneys are not able to filter the acids and toxins and crap out of the lymph system, which is your body's sewer system, it's where your cells dump all the crap they don't want. When your kidneys can't handle it, it's got to kick it out somewhere. It kicks it out to the skin. All right? The skin becomes backed up in subcutaneously, and then things fester. All right? And that's what the acne is. Okay? It's toxicity. It's festering things in the skin. Okay? So what you want to do is the foods that cure acne are just the foods that get the lymph moving, which is the fruit. The more citrus fruits and the grapes, the higher the cleansing. Okay? You want to get the kidneys filtering, get the lymph moving, get the glands functioning because they control the kidneys, and get this. The adrenal glands also make anti-inflammatory steroids, all right, and antacid steroids that take acids out of the body too. So we want to get those functioning. Clean the GI tract because a lot of crud goes out through there. We don't want that crud dumped out in the skin either. And do lymphatic herbs to get it moving. And watch how good your skin gets. This dry fasting is amazing for the skin. The grape juice lemons are amazing for the skin. This whole protocol, this whole Dr. Morrison dry fasting protocol with the juicing is just unbelievable for the skin. And what's great is the skin can actually regenerate too. Your skin can actually really, really improve. Any scarring can heal. It's just absolutely amazing. And you're going to get such real hydration, you guys, such deep hydration. Hydration is hydrogen down into the cells that it just all improves. So the foods that promote acne are all the mucus acid forming foods, which is most of the standard American diet. I hate to tell you guys. I mean, I see the lines and lines and lines of people. I live at my corner here is Junk Food Haven. We have got In-N-Out Burger, which is just jam-packed every single day. We've got McDonald's. We have got, boy, that place is just, I mean, it doesn't do a tenth of the business that In-N-Out does. But that is just corporate crap. Heavy GMO, just crap food, in my opinion. Highly processed. And then across from there is probably worse than McDonald's, which is Der Wiener Schnitzel. I mean, the hot dog's just got to be, that's the worst of the worst. I mean, that's sulfites in there, to preserve. That's a lot of preservatives. It's just a lot of, and who knows what they're putting in those hot dogs. I mean, my gosh. Anyway, so we've got that. We've got Denny's. Look, a lot of people today are eating out of gas stations. I mean, they have a menu in the gosh darn gas station. And they tell you, oh, put some fuel in your tank. And they've got pictures of 2 chili dogs with a bunch of chili on there and onions and just, Oh my God, I don't even want to go there. But anyways, I'm getting sick. But anyways, those are that's the kind of crap that just backs you up, and it's just the acid mucus forming foods, and you just got to get rid of that and give the skin a break, give the kidneys a break, you guys. And you know what really gives the kidneys a break? And I'm just learning this in what gives the kidneys a break, you guys, is not having to deal with all this liquids. You know, these 12-hour dry fasts a night, that's giving the kidneys a break. You're going to give your digestion a break. You're going to give your kidneys a break. You know, if you can do these, 12, 14, 15-hour dry fasts every day, lessen your eating consumption window, you're giving the body a break, especially those kidneys. And then once a week, you're giving them a real break with these longer dry fasts. We need that. And it really promotes kidney filtration. It really promotes, you start seeing the cloudiness in your urine. That's the body releasing the toxins out of the lymphatic system, which will really take it off your skin. So, yeah, we don't need to always be eating. I used to have all these food cravings at night and didn't want, I was fearful of going to bed hungry. I felt like I was depriving myself of something. And it's okay to go to bed hungry, a little bit hungry. You wake up in the morning not even remembering you went to bed hungry. So, anyways, that's it. You're gonna cure, not cure. You're just gonna get rid of the acids that are and toxins that are causing these skin issues. And it's just a great sign that you need to do some work too. It's not fatal, and it's a sign that you need to do some work, guys. When you embark on this, so much healing's coming in from things you didn't even know you were healing. You're going to be healing everything. It's just wonderful, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised at the level you were at and didn't even realize it. I always talk about the Monty Python movie. The guy gets an arm chopped off, and he says, "Ah, don't worry, it's just a flesh wound, you know." Oh, he gets his leg chopped off. Don't worry, it's nothing. That's how we are as humans. We talk to a lot of people that are really suffering. They don't even realize they're suffering. Oh, I'm only 55 and I have this walker. No big deal. At least I still have my leg. The doctors want to take my leg. I mean, the level of pain and suffering that we've been able to rationalize is just outrageous. No. We're here to thrive. We're God's creation. We're here to really, enjoy this planet with vitality and vigor up into 90s, 100, 108 is where I'm going. That's my number. It's my magical auspicious number 108, and I'm going there, and I'm just gonna go to sleep one night and not wake up and call it a day. That's what I'm putting out there. All right. And I wish that for everybody too. We can all do it, and we can all clean up. No matter how much we've polluted our body, we can clean it up. We can get it back to where it needs to be. Might take you a little time. Who cares? Who cares? It just becomes part of your life now. Who cares if it takes a few years? Big deal. All right. We've got K healing. K healing. All right, I like it. We got a healer. We got a K healing. Okay, excellent. Welcome, Mark. Hi, Mark. Can I take more than one dose of GI Broom? If so, how much and how often? Yeah, you can. I know a lot of people do it twice a day. I just like it once a day, but you can do it twice a day. Do it 3 times a day. Just listen to your body. If you start detoxing too quickly or start getting some acid reflux, whatever, just slow it down. But there's no reason why you can't take more and more of it. Do more cleaning. Heck yeah. The one thing about the GI Broom, though, is you got to be careful, is that it will suck up your herbs, you guys. In other words, you're taking these expensive herbs, and then if you take GI Broom with it, you're gonna waste your money, so it's gonna absorb it all. So Dr. Morse likes to wait, I think, 2 hours after doing your herbs before the GI Broom. So just keep that in mind, you guys, okay? But yeah, just listen to your body, and more the merrier, I say. Yeah, but I wouldn't do it more than 3 times a day. Okay, so good luck to you. Helena, hi from Connecticut. First time here. Welcome. Not sick, happy to be here. Well, great. Awesome. Yeah, we all know people that need healing. And guess what? If we're not doing these kinds of things, we're all going to need healing one day anyways, you guys. And chances are we need healing, and a lot of us who don't think we need it, need it. When I started off on the Master Fast, I was doing it for you guys. I was doing it to talk about it. I thought I was, hey man, I feel great. No fibromyalgia, nothing. I feel great. Okay, I got a little knee pain once in a while. Sometimes I don't eat right and I wake up not feeling so hot, whatever. But on what was day 3, my hips and my thighs and my knees were burning with acids that I uncovered. So I needed it. But anyways, good, glad to have you here. And I hope that you learn a lot from Masal, and that you can help spread the word, Alina. Hannon, when I started my detox journey in July, my pancreas was in trouble not digesting food, running to the bathroom constantly with diarrhea. This came on suddenly the first weeks of July. Oh, how you doing now? That's the big question. Hopefully your pancreas has gotten the mucus cleaned out of it. It's been alkalized, gotten the acids and toxins removed, that it's reset itself. These glands, once you remove these obstructions, they want to go back to doing their jolly good work. So hopefully that pancreas is back in action, and as happy as a clam doing what it loves to do, which is make insulin and help make digestive enzymes. And the pancreas also makes sodium bicarbonate, believe it or not, which helps neutralize acids, of course. So hopefully it's doing its thing. It's what these glands are like little people. They came to Earth to do a job, and they want to do their job. So pull out the obstructions that you put in and make them happy again, right? So let us know, Hannon, if the pancreas is happy and back to work. Donna Marie, all right. Donna Marie has embarked on a detox here. Awesome. Hello. Just got to Virginia and went to the store to get my lemons and juice. There you go. So Donna Marie is on the healing path. First week um, on the RD to do this full force. First week on the road to do this full force. Yeah, Donna Marie travels a lot. She's always on an airplane and in hotels, so she's going to try this on the road. Fantastic. I've been doing the modified till I got through my have been doing the modified till I got through my family Christmas, bought my herbs, putting etc. So Donna Marie is embarking on some really high healing. Awesome, fantastic. Keep checking with us. You can of course contact me directly, Donna Marie, or just keep the board, keep our Monday nights inspired on your healing journey. We all love to hear the from the trenches stories. So, okay, so Evelyn, Canada. Okay, I was gonna say Candida. Canada. All right, Vancouver Island, Canada. Ramona Lee Bickle, laughing out loud. Okay. Linda Burse. I just booked Farm of Life in Costa Rica today for January 7th for 12 days. I will let everyone know how it is. Yeah, they're doing some great work down there. They're in the most beautiful part of Costa Rica. I was down there last year, and it is the Diamante Valley, and they have the biggest waterfall in Central America there. It is absolutely gorgeous. The soil is so rich. There's rivers and streams all through there. Their raw food is up there. They're growing a lot of raw food. The Arty people, it's a Dr. Morse group. Spreading the detoxification word is working on a retreat center down there too, with a couple great people down there that I met out in Florida, yeah, really some great stuff. The Soul Circles down there, the Soul Circle people are wonderful, wonderful people that are doing beautiful spiritual circles down there. Yeah, really beautiful healing circles with the ayahuasca and the singing, and just beautiful soul healing going on at Soul Circle. And I believe their music is called The Sound of Light. Real beautiful people down there. Just a lot. That is just such a magnet for some really wonderful, wonderful souls. And yeah, Linda, let us know about that. I am really, really. I want to go down there too, the Farm of Life. They have a YouTube channel, you guys, too, and they get broadcasts from down there, and so does Soul Circle, by the way. So wonderful. Have a great time, Linda. Beautiful. Hannon, where's Hannon? I just see this always skips ahead. Um, mm, mm, mm. Ah, boy. Okay. Oh, here we go. We're catching up. Okay. Okay. So Hannon, um, it scared the crap out of me and found Dr. Morse on YouTube. It took almost 5 months of detoxing, and now relieved that 2 weeks ago starting having healthy bowel movements. Okay. All right. Good. 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 Now wait a minute. I got to skip back. I think you were the one that had the diarrhea and the pancreatic problems. Is that what? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, that stuff can be very, very scary. But it sounds like you did some deep detoxing. You've got everything reset now, and everything's returning. So 5 months. Okay. So sometimes it does take patience, you guys. Sometimes we're a lot more blocked up than we think. Look at who's here to say hi. Didn't I tell you? She'd wake up. Bitsy knows. Okay. Good. Oh, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Hi. Say hi to everybody. All right. Good for you. Oh, someone's feisty. Okay. Go get your toy. Go get your toy. I'll play with you. Okay. All right. So good. So Hannon is back. The pancreas is back. Happy camper. Good to know. Working my way up to a 40-day master fast. Great. Yeah, the time flies. It really is amazing, you guys. And yeah, it becomes just your way of life. You really forget about all that that solid food. It's amazing. It seems like it's much more difficult than it truly is. So good luck, Hannon. Hannon, yes, you're right. Finesse is needed, and inner intuition on how far and deep to take your detox. In my 20s, I did a 40-day water fast, and it was so rough. By the fourth day, my head was in such severe pain that I thought I was going to die. Probably brain lymph detox. Won't be doing water only again anytime soon. Yeah, a lot of people reporting back that this grape and lemon master fast is so much more gentle than the water fasting. That the water fasting really takes it out of you, and that a lot of times you really need to be in bed and in a detox center to do it. As you guys know, I mean, I was surfing, I was bike riding, I'm working 40 hours a week plus. Yeah, this is just, it's not like any other fast. It really isn't. So good. Yeah, finesse and intuition. Intuition is so vital, you guys. I mean, you can even pause and look at the dosage on your herbs and feel what's right. If you really take time and just listen to that inner voice, it can tell you so many things, so many vital things. We got Cortland Lyons. Bitsy's, that's her tail. That's not something coming out of my ear. I'm not detoxing a worm out of my ear right now. Cortland, I have 4 mercury fillings. Get them out, and have researched that you can't detox fully without removing them. Do you think detoxing with them in is a bad idea? Am I eroding them more by detoxing? You know, I've never heard that myself about the mercury fillings. I know they off gas the mercury and all that. The thing about detoxification is that, let's say the mercury does off gas and all that. Where does this stuff get trapped? It gets trapped in the fats of the bodies, the lipid portions of the body, which is lymphatic. Okay, so by detoxification, you're actually moving more of the toxicity out of the body. So of course, get them out by somebody that knows how to get them out, with the damming and all that. But I don't think it's a reason not to detox. But do your research on that. But I don't think so. I really don't. But if anybody else has any input on that's great. Okay. But yeah, get them out and detox. Okay. Hannon, severe pain. I thought it was okay. Yeah, I read that. Okay. Ashley Russell, another Canadian. Hey, how you doing, man? All right. I have my forgive my accent there, but oh no, that's Minnesota. Sorry. I'll leave it at that. Ashley, hi Mark. I've been having troubles sending a chat on this site. Any advice? If you're doing it from your phone, I hear sometimes it's difficult. So phones or tablets can sometimes be difficult. Get on the regular website. That should help you, Ashley. Okay. Let me know if you need help. Linda Miska, what is the Master Fast modified? Okay, so the Master Fast is pasteurized grape juice combined with raw lemons combined with dry fasting, 12 hours every night minimum, 24 hours on a weekly basis, and the psyllium pudding, which is psyllium husk, bentonite clay, and activated charcoal. And am I forgetting anything? That's it. And that's so the modify is when you have one meal a day, either fruit or a salad, and that's a modified master fast. So there you go. And you can do that the rest of your life, is what people are saying. Camellia, your channel is awesome. Thank you. You're awesome, Camellia. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for your hard work. You're welcome. I'm almost fully raw. Awesome. And love to juice. Fantastic. Can't seem to kick having a baked potato in the middle of the day to stave off hunger. Any suggestions? A lot of what I'm finding out, a lot of the cooked food is really not necessary because, as we know, we're getting tons of nutrition with the herbs and the fruit and the salads, right? And being raw is just so highly nutritious. And as we detoxify, we're getting more absorption, we're getting more mineralization. We're opening the cells up to more. And so nutrition really isn't what, you're not craving that baked potato because it's nutritious per se. You're craving that baked potato because it's more of an emotional thing. It reminds you, of mom's cooking or dad with the baked or whatever. There's a lot of emotional attachment to that baked potato. I know that I crave roots. I tend to be kind of an airy person. I can kind of get way out there, so I have to ground myself. So the roots, like the carrots, the beets, the sweet potatoes, the baked potatoes, can really feel like you're grounding emotionally. So that's where it's at. So just think about it that way, and I wouldn't play the nutrition game. That can fool you. A lot of people are playing this game. That's why they don't go raw. That's why they don't do any juices. They don't dry fast, especially, or fast, because they think they need nutrition. If nutrition was really the key, then the heaviest people would really be the healthiest. That's not the case. The people that restrict calories the most are usually the most healthy. That's been in study after study. Longevity is all tied to limited calories. Of course, there is a limit to that, but yeah, it's really an emotional thing there. Especially when it's cold out, you want that heat, and that solidity really can make you feel satiated and grounded. But it's not necessary. It's a mind game that you're playing, and as you heal more emotionally, as you love yourself more emotionally, as you become a channel of loving others, that really heals you in an amazing way. So that would be my advice, really. If you're craving warmth, teas are wonderful. That warmth of the tea and those herbs, the herbs can be very grounding too. The root herbs, we've got so many great, wonderful root herbs, you guys. We have astragalus root, which is an adaptogenic herb. And adaptogens mean, let's say that you have weak adrenals, right? It'll bring the adrenals up. Let's say you have hyperadrenals, it'll bring the adrenals down. It's an adaptogen. So those roots are wonderful. We have ashwagandha root. We have I'm drawing a blank here, but there's a parsley root. We've got dandelion root. There's so many great root herbs too that'll help you feel grounded. So I know that a lot of the gland herbs are roots, and the kidney herbs are roots too. So that's just some suggestions there. Okay. So it's emotional. Emotions are really super tied to the adrenals and the parathyroid, thyroid too. So as your glands clear out, you're going to have possibly less of these kind of issues. Okay. So John, hey Helena, this is John from Essex, Connecticut. Are you nearby? All right. So everybody's making connections here. This is wonderful. We got a real community going here. This is really neat. Okay, so we have Dipenbach. Coffee is very addictive. Amen on that. I love coffee, you guys. I love it. I've restricted myself a lot, but I'll tell you, when I combine a little bit of coffee with fruit, oh my gosh, it is so powerful. And coffee is an herb. I'm not super against coffee. It is acidic, okay? So yeah, if you're detoxing, you don't want to have that part of your diet, and you don't want a lot of it. You can get the body so cleaned out where you just have a little tiny bit of coffee, and it'll give you that push you like. The herbs are great too. You know, there's a lot of coffee substitute herbs that really stimulate you without having the acidic reaction. And herbs like I take eleuthero, the Siberian ginseng, another adaptogenic herb. Really, I believe that's a root also, and that's really a wonderfully stimulating herb like coffee without the acids. So eleuthero, Siberian ginseng, it's also called, is really wonderful. Licorice, another root. Boy, talking about the roots, licorice root, really stimulating too. Okay, white coffee. People, why? I'm going to paraphrase you. Why does coffee make people very violent and then depressed? What do you think about coffee? Well, okay, so coffee is actually it stimulates the adrenal glands to produce the adrenaline, the epinephrine. So it can jack you up and then let you down. So it can cause some swings. And yeah, when I used to drink a lot of coffee, especially the cheap coffee, I have a good friend, and he used to drink this stuff called Don Francisco. It became the running joke because if he had more than a couple cups of that, he was really short tempered, and he'd be gritting his teeth. And I'd always say, "Hey, John, too much of that Don Francisco, huh?" So yeah, it can just jack you up and let you down and overstimulate you. So got to be careful with that. Okay. All right. So let's jump ahead here. Lisa, how do I get my eyes read by you? Well, sign up for an iridology reading at my website, markjamesgordon.com, and then just take a picture of your eyes. I've got a video on there on how to do that, and then email them to me, and I'll give you a full report. And that's it. And I can give you some herbal recommendations on that too. And that's it. You're off and running. Okay, and if you need, if you really need extensive help, then I have a full consultation with iridology, with full protocols, herbs, diet, physical protocols, all kinds of tips and tricks to get you going. Okay, and I'll read your labs and all that kind of stuff and work with you on that. But that's for people that really need some extra assistance. Okay. Okay, so Helena, hi John. I live in Woodbury, Connecticut. Been to Essex though. Love the water. Okay. Good. Okay, so maybe you guys get a physical meetup going on there, and yeah, I want to get that going here. I want to have like a physical meetup.com out here in Ventura. Oh, here comes Bitsy. She wants to romp. Okay, go get your toy. There you go. Okay, so all right. So Lulu Leslie, if I go to bed a little hungry, I can't sleep well. It's like I'm a little wired. Do you know of anything that can help with that? You're a little wired, so you're using the food to take you down because you're kicking in digestion, which is going to pull energy and blood into the GI tract for digestion. I would say to you, breath work. Learn about breath work. I would go ahead and Google breathing and relaxation. Okay, when you can get a hold of that breath and focus on the breath and take it down to a slow, long exhale, inhale. Okay, you're gonna calm down, and you're gonna be asleep. I don't think I can even get to 100 breaths. I don't think I can even get to 50. It's like doing the cows jumping over the moon thing. So that would be my suggestion. Breath is so vital, you guys. I'm learning a lot about breath. Like I said in the last YouTube, Wim Hof, Wimhoff. Look this guy up. They call him the Iceman. He can go under the ice, dig a hole in the ice and go under for minutes. He holds world records. He's amazing. It's so much is tied to the breath, you guys. So much is tied to the breath, and so much nutrition is tied to the breath. Yeah, it's a deep rabbit hole. I'm going to be going more into it as I learn more. It's going to become part of our protocols, you guys, is the breath. Okay? All right. So yeah, let us know about that. Let us know if that breath is helping you with your hunger. Lulu Leslie. Okay. Helena, hi Mark. I don't eat fast food. Yay. Stay away from those places, you guys. There's nothing good there. I mean, even their salads, they probably put something in those. I don't know. I'm pretty much raw. Excellent. But I love steamed veggies at times. Okay. I also like soy milk. Okay. And it's probably bad, but I don't do dairy. Okay. So, yeah. So, all right. So let's just take this. So you're pretty much raw. Great. Okay. So you do a few steamed veggies. Big deal. No big deal. If you're trying to do a deep detox, a deeper detox, the veggies just slow a detox down. That's all. And you're cooking some of the nutrition. Big deal. But steamed veggies are not the worst thing in the world, especially during the wintertime. Um, and soy milk, I have a problem with soy milk, to be honest with you. There's too much protein in soy, and soy is mostly genetically modified. Coconut milk is much better. If you can find a raw coconut milk, you're doing way better. Okay, you're alkalizing and hydrating, and you're not taking in GMOs, and you're not taking in all that protein. Protein is acidic. It hits the kidneys hard. It blocks the kidneys. Okay, I can't stress that enough. So yeah, try replacing the soy with a raw coconut milk or coconut water, and you're gonna do good. Not doing dairy, that's wonderful. Yeah, dairy is really, it's just pure mucus, you guys. And I don't care what this dairy milk advisory board says, milk does a body good. No, it doesn't. It's foreign protein, super acidic, super clogging, just the worst thing in the world. And I used to love ice cream, but there are some coconut ice creams out there. Okay, so do the workarounds. Just, yeah, stay away from that stuff. Okay. Ashley Russell, heart. Hey, Mark, loving your Monday, our Monday nights. Absolutely. These are our Monday nights. Thanks. Cheating a lot lately. Okay. No one's perfect. Won't start the herb protocol you put together for me until I get it under control. Eating boxes of clementines and Javana tea. Okay, well, that's wonderful. Yeah, you guys, if you're having a problem, staying good. If you're cheating a lot, fill yourself up, in those cycles when you are juicing or eating a lot of fruit or I love the NutriBullet smoothies. You can consume a lot of fruit and really fill yourself up with those, and you're not going to want to cheat. You don't have the room to cheat. So, but do the best you can. Um, you're not battling anything super serious there, Ashley. So do the best you can. You know what to do. Clementines and Javana tea, that's great. You're doing great there. And just, yeah, those cheats that are really nailing you. Maybe you're going to friends' houses and you love their cooking, things like that. Load up on some smoothie before you go over there, and you're going to cheat a lot less. Learn those little tricks and nuances, that you can put together, and you'll be fine. Okay. Kicking out a lot of garbage still, yeah. And especially if we're still cheating, we're putting garbage in and the garbage still got to come out. So, yeah, look, do the best you can. These are all just guidelines, they're not rules, and we all have our different challenges. But guys, if you're really suffering, you got to hit this hard and just say, look, I'm going to buckle down. I'm going to hit this hard. I'm going to do some deep healing. I now have the power to heal myself. I now have the technology and the support from this wonderful group here, from the wonderful boards on Facebook, dealing with Dr. Morse's detoxification in Master Gino's Master Fast. And so we have it, guys. We have it all. The information is out there. It's so simple. We have it all. We can heal ourselves. We don't need anybody else except us, this group. And so we have it. We have it when we need it. Okay. So if you're battling something, learn this and get jump in, get our support, and go after it. And don't screw around with the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruities. These names are so funny. Count Chocula. I mean, this stuff's amazing. Oh, I always talk about the Harvard study that shows the glycemic load. That's how much the food raises your blood sugar. And it's so funny. People fear fruit, but a plain white bagel is 5 times more glycemic loading than a piece of fruit. So than an apple, orange, peach, plum, a pear. But one that really got me was the fruit roll-ups. So these moms with these commercials, oh, be good to your kids and get them the fruit roll-ups. And you be a good mom. This is their message, right? And they show mom putting it in their lunchbox and this and that. Well, the fruit roll-ups have, I think it was 6 times the amount of glycemic loading that a piece of real fruit does. Moms, put a piece of fruit in the lunchbox, not a fruit roll-up. Processed gum, whatever this, I don't even know what this stuff is. It's just not good. It's too processed, and it's glycemic loading that spike those kids up, and then they'll drop down and not have any brain power the rest of the day. So, anyways, get back to nature. So Ashley is kicking out a lot of the garbage. Even though Ashley's cheating, she's doing the clementines and some herbal teas. So the Giovanna's a detox tea, so she's still kicking out garbage. That shows you how powerful this is. Okay, but yeah, just keep doing the best you can, and you'll have periods where you're better. You're not cheating as much. You have long runs where you're just running real super clean, and do the best you can. Ashley, any advice other than grape and lemon juice? Yeah, any kind of juice is good. I live in a citrus area. The Oxnard area, Ventura is amazing citrus country. So I'll drive up to a packing house and get a big crate of oranges, and I'll do mono orange juice all day long. Big, 32-ounce jugs of fresh orange juice all day long. That's wonderful. Watermelon juice when they're in seasons is wonderful. Any kind of juicing, you guys. Yeah, that's all super powerful. Yeah, I mean, but the grape juice and lemon is really special, you guys, because you're combining the energetics, the electricity of the grapes. Healing is a lot about energy too, and you combine that with the astringency of the lemons, the pulling and the lymphatic cleansing of the lemons. Those together is very, very powerful, really hard to beat. And Dr. Morse, when he gets the stage 4 cancer, it's always grape and lemon juice fast. Let's go right now. I just heard his video today. Told a person, let's get 30 days. Get mom on 30 days grape and lemon right now. Let's go. Do the herbs. Let's get cleansing right now. All right. So yeah, you can't beat the magic of that grape and lemon. And the power of the of the pasteurized and the raw is really something we have to consider now, you guys. I know it's going to take some more research, but that is another level that seems to be upping the power of what we're doing in this community. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to skip ahead here and set this thing off again. Sorry, guys. Lots of great questions here tonight. You guys are just really, really doing great. It's amazing how we're all learning so quickly here. Okay. All right. So Linda, where do we get Siberian ginseng? I love coffee too. Siberian ginseng is available at any health food store. It's one of the most popular herbs out there. According to Ron Teagarden at Dragon Herbs, it is one of the top 5 of all the Chinese tonic herbs. And a tonic herb is an herb you can take every day. It's a non-toxic herb that you can really take every day. And what's wonderful about Siberian ginseng is that it is, like I said, it's adaptogenic. If you have hot, hyper glands or hypo glands, it balances the body. It's intelligent. These herbs have an intelligence, you guys. It's hard to explain, but they're super intelligent and they know what to do. And it just has so many great properties to it. This particular herb, and a lot of people can't handle regular Panax ginseng or the Korean ginseng because it's too hot for them. A lot of people are very, they run hot, I think they call it sattva in the Ayurvedic, and so they need to have something that is not hot. So this is sort of it's just a great all around herb that most people can handle. Okay, I do it every day. I love it. Mountain climbers do it because it helps you with utilizing oxygen at the cellular level. So it's just wonderful. Maybe I'm addicted to it. I just love it. I don't feel like I'm really starting my day unless I do have that. And I usually hit it with a little bit of licorice root too. And I have my little routine of my tonic herbs. I can talk about that in another session, but yeah, I have my little routine in the morning. Okay, so Hannon, herbal lavender tea helps to calm and relax me before bed. Absolutely, lavender's wonderful. Yeah, there's some essential oils too to help you relax. Dr. Morse loves the moonshine yarrow from Running Fox Farms, and moonshine yarrow to really help calm. He loves that one. Gary Reese, Gary, yeah, he's my friend. Coconut. Gary is he's really hitting it hard, you guys. And yesterday I was having a Sunday kind of down day, and I had stayed up very late the previous night, and I was having just a down day. And I told my friend Gary, who is really embracing the juice now and having some wonderful results. I said, man, you are kind of annoying. You have so much energy. And he says, now you know what I feel like when I'm talking to you sometimes. So he said, I'm going to go now and clean my garage. So I understand he just did power down his garage, but he really, we have those days where we really hit it right with the juice, and we're just flying. So yeah, yeah. God bless Gary. He's just kicking some butt right now. It's wonderful. Dipin, bodybuilders age faster. Yeah, the bodybuilders, they're under all this protein. I mean, the stuff they sell these guys, all this whey. Whey is dairy. Number one, it's mucus forming. Number two, it's acidic. It shuts down the kidneys. These bodybuilders get this rheumatoid arthritis, a lot younger than I am, and they're walking around with canes, and I never see them out surfing. I don't see a lot of bodybuilders out surfing. They don't have the flexibility to get out there and do that. So, yeah, but there are raw vegan bodybuilders out there that are doing fantastic. Okay, but yeah, a lot of them are on the protein powders, and they're just killing themselves. I got my fibromyalgia from that darn Atkins high protein diet. Ashley Russell, how about chicory root to take the place of coffee? Some people love that taste. Yeah, a lot of people do that. There are substitutes at the health food store. I'm not sure about the acidity of chicory root and what the qualities are, but let us know. It is a root, so it's going to ground you, but it might have some great healing properties. I don't really know. Yeah, yeah. Let us know about that. But I'm all for if you have to have coffee, just take it way down, and get combining with the fruit will really get you where you want to go. And the Siberian ginseng, you won't need a lot of coffee. If you love the taste of coffee, maybe try a decaf. If you're just doing it about the taste. And maybe there are some low acid coffees out there. I know a lot of it's on the way you brew it, and I know that the more light roasted, not dark roasted or espresso roasted, are less acidic. So there's ways to play with it, you guys. Okay, so Catalental. Hi, Mark. I'm 23 and I've been suffering from hair loss. I have horrible back acne and acne on my face. I also get cold hands and feet. I've ordered some herbs from Dr. Morse. Well, wonderful. So you're starting your journey. This is wonderful. You're young. Okay. So, all right. So what are you telling us here? Okay. So let's take this. So hair loss, as we know from the previous conversation, is acidosis. Everything's acidosis. Acidosis up in the head and the scalp area that's burning out those hair follicles. You have weak hair follicles genetically. You're young. You're losing the hair early, so you got weak genetics, which is causing that, just maybe a tiny bit of acids to take those hair follicles out, okay? Again, we have the acne. Acne is what? Acne is acidosis. The kidneys can't handle it. They're kicking out the acids and toxins out to the skin, all right? And you have the clogged head area, as in the scalp, and now it's on the face. okay? And the back, that's where it's going. It will go to the weaker areas, you guys, and the areas of the skin where you're not getting the pure detoxification flow. So you've got to detox the whole entire body. Like I said, the four-way detox. Open the kidneys, get the lymph moving with the herbs, get the glands rebuilt up and the mucus out with the herbs, and clean the GI tract. And then I also said we go after specifically. So how can we specifically go after the skin? We can stimulate the skin with the hot and cold showers, with the skin brushing. Skin brushing is wonderful. We can rebound those little trampolines. We can get the lymph flowing that way. We can do brisk walking. We can do some deep breathing. Um, we can specifically work on that skin, okay, and we can get in that head area and move lymph with those upper circulation herbs, okay. So you've got a good plan there to really get things moving. Get on that high raw high fruit diet. um, try some of that juice, that grape juice lemon combination, and that dry fasting to get those kidneys open, get those kidneys filtering, and watch the magic happen. Okay, who cares if it takes 6 months, a year? Start that out. And incidentally, saltwater baths really help the look of the acne. Getting in if you live near the ocean, get in the ocean. That really helps it. It really takes down the swelling and and the pus and all that kind of stuff. So God bless you and good luck, and keep us posted, okay? Oh yeah, so you were already on it, Catalina, namely upper circulation, kidney, and adrenals. Absolutely. I want to continue to go to the gym and build muscle mass. Any advice on what I should do and not do? Okay, so you want to build muscle, but look, when you're built, the whole idea of building muscles is, of course, they want you on the high protein. Don't do that. It'll shut the kidneys down, like I said. And they want you to really not, really do a lot of muscle exercises, which creates lactic acid. You don't want acid right now. You want to remove the acid. So don't work out to the point where you're really sore the next day. That means you made too much acids. So I would back off on the heavy lifting. You can still do some light lifting, and just to keep everything going. But your focus is really on detoxification. Don't create too many acids, okay, please? All right. Actually, I like chicory root with my homemade almond milk and medjool dates. It's one of my cheats. Well, that's not such a bad cheat, I guess. Try the coconut milk instead of the almond milk. Almond's got a lot of protein in it, okay? And see what happens there. That might be one workaround, but that doesn't sound like too bad of a cheat. In fact, that sounds really good, actually. Okay, Shervin, check your parathyroid and hypothalamus. Get the brain and nerve formula to get those head glands working. Yes, of course, the cold hands and feet. Thank you very much, Shervin. I skipped over that. That's what's great about this community. Yes, cold hands and feet is your thyroid. Yeah, and parathyroid, absolutely. And so you want to make sure that's cleaned out too. And the hypothalamus, yeah, take a look at your eyes, see if there's a lot of stagnation up in the head that is causing the glands not to function properly. Okay? All right, I think we got through all the questions. Oh, hour and 40 minutes. Wow. What a great group tonight. We covered a lot of ground, you guys. We brought a lot of healing information to everybody. Not just our group, because we're just a small part of this. We're going to have thousands of people listen to this, you guys, as the word spread. It's just wonderful. So thank you to everybody who participated, and God bless all who are suffering. God bless all the healers that are helping the suffering. A lot of us are put here to help. If you were born into a world where you have a lot of suffering family and a lot of suffering friends, know that you were probably brought to them for a reason, okay? And to just keep going on, keep learning and keep sharing, and keep spreading the word, everybody. And thank you so much for your participation. And yeah, let's just keep pursuing this, and as we do it, it becomes more and more effortless. And I love hearing about your stories, and I'll keep my stories coming. And I'm back on the juice, through most of the day here, and I'll keep you posted on how I'm doing. So Lord willing, we will see you all here next week. And Bitsy and I are signing off until next week. So keep up the good work, and we'll talk soon. Bye bye.